We're tracking a major nor'easter targeting the East Coast, including New York City. This powerful storm system is already making its presence felt, and millions of people from the Carolinas all the way up to Maine are bracing for its impact. The threat is real, and the next few days could bring some of the most challenging weather conditions we've seen this season. A nor'easter is a sprawling, intense storm fueled by the clash of cold Canadian air and warm Atlantic moisture. When these two air masses collide over the ocean, the result is a massive swirling system that can unleash heavy precipitation, fierce winds, and dangerous coastal conditions. These storms are notorious for their unpredictability and their ability to rapidly intensify. Unlike hurricanes, nor'easters don't have a defined eye and can impact thousands of miles for days. Their broad reach means that even areas far from the storm's center can experience severe weather, including torrential rain, gusty winds, and even snow in some regions. The sheer size of these storms makes them especially dangerous for densely populated cities along the coast. This storm is expected to linger, bringing relentless wind and rain, posing a real risk of flooding and infrastructure damage. Streets could quickly become impassable, and power outages are likely as trees and power lines are battered by the elements. Emergency services are already preparing for a surge in calls as the storm intensifies. Meteorologists are watching as it intensifies over unusually warm Atlantic waters, possibly gaining subtropical features. This added warmth can give the storm extra energy, making it even more unpredictable and potentially more destructive. The scientific community is closely monitoring every development, using advanced models to predict its path and strength. Whether it's officially named or not, the impacts are the same. Communities will face the brunt of nature's power. The name doesn't change the reality on the ground, where people must deal with flooding, wind damage, and dangerous travel conditions. Heavy rain, damaging winds, and coastal flooding from the Carolinas to New England are all on the table. Low-lying areas and coastal communities are especially vulnerable, with the potential for significant property damage and dangerous conditions for anyone caught outside. This isn't just another rainy weekend. This is a multifaceted threat that could disrupt daily life and cause real damage. Schools and businesses may close, travel plans could be upended, and emergency responders will be stretched thin as they work to keep everyone safe. Persistent onshore winds will push water against the coast, increasing the risk of storm surge and erosion. Coastal defenses will be tested as waves batter seawalls and piers, and some areas may see record high tides. Meanwhile, heavy rain overwhelms drainage systems, leading to flash flooding in both urban and rural areas. Even places that don't usually flood could find themselves underwater if the rain falls fast enough. It's this combination that has forecasters concerned, and why everyone in the storm's path should start preparing now. Make sure you have emergency supplies, stay informed with the latest updates, and have a plan in place in case you need to move to higher ground. Stay with us for what you need to know to stay safe. We'll keep you updated with the latest forecasts, safety tips, and real-time information as this nor'easter unfolds. The first effects of the storm will begin to make themselves felt on Saturday, as the leading edge of the system pushes into the region. You might notice the skies darkening and winds picking up, signaling the arrival of unsettled weather. The heaviest rain and most intense conditions are expected to hit Sunday night into Monday, right during the busy Monday morning commute, when thousands will be on the roads. This timing could make travel especially hazardous, so plan ahead if you need to be out. The storm may stall near the coast, lingering longer than usual. This means impacts could stretch into Tuesday, with periods of rain and gusty winds continuing to affect the area, especially along the shoreline. Rainfall totals in New York City are projected to reach between 1.5 and 3 inches, enough to cause localized flooding in low-lying areas and overwhelm some drainage systems. Even higher amounts are possible in coastal New Jersey and Long Island, where the storm's moisture could be most concentrated. Some neighborhoods may see rainfall totals that approach or even exceed 4 inches. In fact, some areas stretching from North Carolina up through New Jersey could see up to 10 inches of rain, far more than local drainage systems are designed to handle, leading to widespread flooding concerns. This won't be a gentle, steady rain. Instead, expect periods of torrential downpours that can quickly flood streets, parking lots, and underpasses, making travel dangerous in a matter of minutes. Visibility could drop to near zero during the heaviest rain, making it extremely difficult to see other vehicles, pedestrians, or hazards on the road. Urban flooding is a real risk. Manholes may overflow, sending water surging onto streets and sidewalks and putting basements at risk of flooding. Underpasses and low-lying roadways could become impassable in a short time, stranding vehicles and blocking emergency access. Remember, it takes only a few inches of fast-moving water to sweep away a car, putting drivers and passengers in serious danger. Never attempt to drive through flooded roads, no matter how shallow the water may appear. Turn around and find an alternate route to stay safe. With the ground becoming saturated, the risk of falling trees increases dramatically, especially in areas with older or weakened trees. Power outages are likely, particularly where strong winds combine with soaked soil to bring down power lines and utility poles. Take time now to know your neighborhood's flood risk, especially if you live near rivers, streams, or in a flood-prone zone. Stay alert for official updates and emergency alerts, and be prepared to act quickly if conditions worsen or evacuation orders are issued. This nor'easter will bring powerful winds, not just rain. Expect gusts of 40-60 mph in the NYC area, strong enough to topple trees, damage roofs, and send debris flying. Along the immediate coast, gusts could reach 80 mph, rivaling a Category 1 hurricane. These winds, combined with saturated soil, make widespread power outages likely as trees and power lines come down. Secure anything outdoors, planters, furniture, toys, before the storm hits. High-profile vehicles will struggle on bridges, and major spans may face restrictions or closures. Travel will be extremely hazardous during peak winds and rain. The combination of wind, rain, and flooding will make venturing out dangerous. Plan to stay put. Prepare for possible extended outages and disruptions. Take wind warnings seriously and act now to protect your property. For coastal communities, the biggest threat is storm surge. When strong onshore winds push ocean water onto land, this nor'easter could bring a surge of 1 to 3 feet, with some areas seeing up to 6 feet in a worst-case scenario. If this surge coincides with astronomical high tides, major flooding is likely. Vulnerable areas like the Rockaways, Staten Island's South Shore, and the Jersey Shore must be on high alert. Flooding can destroy dunes, erode beaches, and send saltwater into homes and businesses. The surge can also push up rivers and bays, flooding neighborhoods far from the ocean. Saltwater can damage vehicles, gardens, and building foundations. If you live in a low-lying coastal zone, have an evacuation plan and be ready to act. Major storms like Hurricane Sandy and Hurricane Ida taught us hard lessons about our vulnerabilities. These disasters expose just how quickly life in a city as vast as New York can be upended by the forces of nature. They showed us that even the most advanced infrastructure can be overwhelmed, and that preparation is never truly finished. Sandy's storm surge flooded subways and neighborhoods, paralyzing transportation and leaving thousands stranded. The city's iconic subway system, a lifeline for millions, was brought to a standstill, highlighting the need for resilient transit solutions. While Ida's record rainfall caused deadly flash floods far from the coast, catching many off guard in areas that had never flooded before. Streets turned into rivers in minutes, and homes that seemed safe were suddenly at risk. This nor'easter combines both threats, coastal flooding and intense rain, reminding us that storms don't always fit into neat categories. The danger can come from multiple directions at once. Sandy showed us that storm category doesn't always reflect real danger. Storm surge and prolonged winds can be devastating. Even a storm that isn't the strongest on record can cause catastrophic damage if conditions align. Ida proved that even inland and basement apartments are at risk from flash flooding. Vulnerable residents, especially those living below street level, faced life-threatening conditions with little warning. These storms also highlighted the importance of community action and first responders. Neighbors helped neighbors, and emergency crews worked around the clock to save lives and restore order. These events changed how we prepare: better flood barriers, improved emergency plans, and more public awareness. The city has invested in new technologies and outreach to keep everyone informed and ready. Heed evacuation warnings and respect the water. Your location is your biggest risk factor. Don't assume you're safe just because you're far from the coast or on higher ground. Officials and residents must use these lessons to anticipate and respond to this storm's specific threats. Every storm is different, and staying flexible and informed is key to staying safe. Take every warning seriously. Preparation saves lives. Stock up on essentials. Make a plan and check on your neighbors, especially those who may need extra help. We're applying what we've learned to keep our city safer this time. By working together and learning from the past, we can face the next storm with greater confidence and resilience. New York City's response is massive and coordinated. The Office of Emergency Management leads efforts with agencies like the MTA, Con Edison, and the NYPD. Temporary flood barriers are deployed in vulnerable areas, and crews clear storm drains to prevent street flooding. Con Edison brings in extra crews and trims trees near power lines to minimize outages. Real-time alerts go out via Notify NYC, and officials hold regular press conferences to keep the public informed. The city's goal: keep streets passable, power on, and residents safe. Preparation is key. Everyone has a role to play. Stay informed and follow official guidance as the storm approaches. Expect major travel disruptions across the tri-state area. Airports like LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark will see delays and cancellations as winds pick up. Airlines may preemptively cancel flights. Check with your carrier and reschedule if possible. Flooded roads and high winds will make driving dangerous. Major highways and bridges could close. Public transit will be affected. Subways may flood. Buses and commuter rails could face delays or suspensions. Ferry services will likely be suspended due to rough seas and high winds. The best advice: get where you need to be before Sunday night and stay put until conditions improve. Only travel if absolutely necessary. Safety comes first. Plan ahead for delays and disruptions. The nor'easter's impact will be felt in every part of daily life. Widespread power outages are likely. No lights, refrigeration, or heat for thousands. Businesses and schools may close, forcing many to work or learn from home, while others lose income. Simple errands will become difficult as streets flood and stores close. First responders will be stretched thin. Only call 911 for true emergencies. The psychological toll is real. Anxiety, stress, and memories of past storms can weigh heavily. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Stay connected, but take breaks from constant news to manage stress. The city is preparing, but your actions matter too. Together, we can weather this storm safely. Now is the time to prepare. Secure outdoor items. Bring in or tie down anything the wind could move. Charge all devices and backup batteries. Check your generator if you have one. Assemble a storm kit: flashlights, batteries, radio, first aid supplies, medications, non-perishable food, and water for at least 72 hours. Don't forget supplies for pets. Know your flood risk and evacuation zone. Have a plan for where you'll go if needed. If told to evacuate, do so immediately. First responders may not reach you during the storm. Stay informed with local alerts, but take breaks from the news to avoid anxiety. Check on neighbors who may need help. Use common sense. Don't go outside to watch the storm or drive through flooded streets. Stay home, stay safe, and look out for each other. We'll keep you updated with the latest information.